Students lack in summarized spoken text due to main three reasons. First is notes, second is a template, and third is proofreading. Hello everyone, this is Vishale from Vision Language Experts. There are a lot of students who still ask me, sir, whether the template works for summarized spoken text, and if yes, what is the right template, and how to get perfect 10 out of 10 in SST. There are students who get somewhere around 7, 8, but not perfect 10. And guess what, guys? If you get 2 in the exam and you're losing 2 marks for each summarized spoken text, that means you've lost 4 marks not only for the listening but also for the writing. And there are many who are not able to get scores above 5 or 6. So in this tutorial, I will be explaining you how to take notes, how to use the template, what template to use, and how to do the proofreading so that every time when you do summarized spoken text, you get 10 out of 10. You won't be able to see the screen behind me clearly, but I will be playing this question, which is vitamin question for SST. You can find it in our portal as well. Now, this is one of the recent exam questions. I'll be taking notes for this and I will be showing you how to take notes and how to put it in the template.
I'm going to start with vitamin D today, and I think probably most of you know that vitamin D is called the sunshine vitamin. And it's called that because there is absolutely no dietary need for vitamin D if you get adequate sunshine. And I think the real important words there is if, because it turns out that in certain climates which aren't near the equator, there's a big question as to whether or not you do get adequate sunshine. So vitamin D really isn't actually a vitamin. It's a prohormone. When human beings evolve, we evolved in tropical climates and ran around naked with plenty of skin exposure to sunlight, and so there was no dietary need for vitamin D at all. As humans migrated away from equatorial regions, they actually created a need for vitamin D in food because the sunlight wasn't adequate. I mean, certainly, particularly during the winter months, it wasn't adequate at all. E Island is located at the south end of the bay.
Okay, now I've just zoomed the screen for you guys. Now, if you guys can see it clearly, I focused more on nouns. I did not write a certain word again and again, even though they were repeating some words. So my focus was first on vitamin D, obviously over here, right? Starting with vitamin, then they said sunshine vitamin. Then they said absolute no dietary needs. Now, this is a good phrase. We can put this as it is. Then important words they mentioned, then certain climates, then adequate. I think it was adequate climate or vitamin. I'm not too sure, but that was another word. Then prolonged. Then it was human beings evolved. Then it was naked skin exposure, equatorial regions, foods, winter months, south end of the bay. Now, this is what you guys need to do as well. Try to write different words. Try to write all the nouns you can hear. Try not to repeat the words. Now, try to write faster. Okay, write bigger, so that it's clearer to you. You can understand your own handwriting. And along with that, try to write two words. It's easier to write and less chances of mistakes here. So skin exposure, equatorial region, and then it was certain climates, right? Important words, sunshine, vitamin. These words are very easy to put in. So try to focus on these two word phrases. So it's really easy to put in the template and automatically less mistakes. Now, let me show you how I put everything over here in the template so that you guys do not have to worry about making mistakes. So I have copied down the entire template and the keywords over here. So let's try to put it over here in this template. So template is very easy. It says dash was the main topic of the lecture. Initially, the lecture not only emphasizes the importance of dash and dash, but also draws out the relevance of dash and dash. Moreover, it caters to the summary of dash and dash followed by dash and dash. So very simple words, very easy to learn. To conclude, dash and dash play a vital role in topic. So that's it. So this is the template. Now, there are a few things you need to remember when you are putting the keywords over here. You have to be very careful of your grammar, of your spellings, of your content. Content, I have already told you how to pick. Now, for the grammar and spellings, stay with me, right, and see how I'm inserting the keywords. So we will start with the topic. Whenever you insert the topic needs to be right in inverted commas. So over here, we will use vitamin D. So D would be, it's a single letter, so it's going to be capital, obviously. Vitamin D was the main topic of the lecture. Initially, the lecture not only emphasizes the importance of sunshine vitamin and absolute no dietary needs and absolute no dietary needs but also draws out the relevance of important words and certain climate. Now, so far what I have done, I have just inserted the keywords, but while you're inserting the keywords, one thing you have to remember, you have to use articles a, the, and wherever it is necessary. Now, sometimes students don't know how to use them. What are the rules? So, see, try to make your phrases in plural, okay? Like dietary needs, okay? Important words, even though they have said it in singular. This will eliminate the need for articles most of the time. But sometimes you still need to put articles, such as if there is a word called few, there is a word called group, lot. Now, these are uncountable nouns. Here, you always need to put a few range of, a few number of, a thin layer of, a group of, a lot of. So, every time you come across these kind of uncountable nouns, you always need to put a in front of it.
These are specific adjectives.
Latest, same, recent, newest, largest, smallest, tallest, biggest.
These are specific words.
These are countables, right? So you need to put the in front of them. Okay. So these are a couple of rules which you need to keep it in mind. And if you need a thorough understanding of articles, I would really suggest you to watch this tutorial. Here I have explained how articles can be used, what are the rules, what things you need to keep it in mind. So here, if you see certain climate, I would put the certain climate, right? Or a certain climate. Okay. Climates, I won't put. Okay. So I'm putting a certain climate. All right. Or here you can also put the certain climate. But better is a because it's very journal still. Okay. Now let's move on to the next sentence. Moreover, it gets us to the summary of dash. So adequate is a single word. It's not a noun. So I will highly suggest you guys to avoid putting the words which are not nouns. Okay. So adequate, we will skip for now. Prolonged, I was not too sure what word was this. So I'm going to keep it on hold for now. Then humans be evolved. Now remember when I was writing the notes, I was mentioning the importance of writing it in two-word phrase because that really helps you, right, to put the keywords in the template without grammar mistakes. So what I will be doing is I will be changing this into two-word phrase. So first I will be putting a verb which is evolved. So I will be putting evolving, not evolved. I will be using the verbs in continuous manner in ing. So evolving humans and then skin exposure and skin exposure. Okay. Now humans, I have made sure that it's plural as well. Okay. So there's no need of article over here. Then I have equatorial regions, exposure followed by equatorial regions. Now double spacing, you need to be very careful. Now let's say you don't have for more keywords, so you can just put one phrase over here. That's also fine because we don't have many left. So we can just put equatorial regions. To conclude, here we will put three phrases. So what are left? So we have winter months, south end of the bay. So if you have longer, then two are also fine. Otherwise, three is the requirement. And south end of the bay. Okay. Play a vital role in. Now here we normally put the topic what we have put over here. But if you repeat a certain word more than twice, you are going to lose a mark in vocabulary. So over here, I have already used vitamin here and I have already used vitamin here. So if I use vitamin here as well, I'm going to lose the marks. But I have another word over here which is called foods. So I'll just write in foods. So you can sometimes swap this. Sometimes if you need to use a word for the topic in the middle, then I would suggest you to only write it once in the starting. In the ending, write something else. Okay. Now this is what you guys need to do. Okay. Now let's proofread it and let's submit it. So I've deleted the keywords and I see my word limit is 70 on dot. Okay. So you must write close to 60 to 70 words. Now let's start proofreading it. Vitamin D was the main topic of the lecture. Initially, the lecture not only emphasizes the importance of sunshine vitamin. Now, remember, guys, I said either you have to put articles a or the, or either try to make it in plural. So we'll make it in plural because there can be multiple vitamins, right? So we can put it in plural. And absolute no dietary needs. So see, if you are not too sure, right, about a big phrase, grammar part, then just write 2 words, dietary needs. Okay. Otherwise, if you had to put this, then it has to be changed to absolutely no dietary needs. Okay. But for a sake of easiness, just put 2 words. Okay. Dietary needs. But also draws out the relevance of important words and a certain climate. Now this is plural. There's article. Now let's move on. Moreover, it caters to the summary of evolving humans and skin exposure. Now this is fine as well. And guys, sorry, I forgot. Before but, you need to put a comma here as well. Now followed by equatorial regions. Then to conclude, winter months. Now winter months, guys, it's a specific noun. A specific season here. They're talking about months belong to winter. So the will come. Now specific nouns will always have the article. Okay. And again, as I said, if you're not too sure about usage of article the, watch this tutorial. And south end. Now again, south end, it's a specific noun. So the south end of the bay play a vital role in foods. Don't read it only once, read it 2 times at least. Now the second time, I will suggest you guys to read it backwards, like foods, in, role, vital, play. This way, you would be able to even capture small mistakes which you might have missed when you were reading from top to bottom, because sometimes you get carried away and you miss small mistakes. So this is a very good way of picking them as well. Now that's it, guys. Follow the template. Follow these small mistakes, which are the common mistakes a lot of students make, especially the articles, spellings, proofreading. If you're not sure about a certain word, it's better not to write it, because you will be not only making a mistake in the spellings, you're also not getting mark for that particular word for the content. So it's better not to write it. Now practice this task. Make sure that you do at least 1 to 2 a day. Work on your notes. That will help you to get better content. If you have better content, it's very easy to put it in the template.
Do not forget to watch these 2 tutorials. These 2 tutorials will really help you in your PT preparation.